So I saw the president come out to inaitwaje kukashifu the recent June 25th demonstrations. Unfortunately for this one I did not show up. Anonymous team is an honest guy. Unfortunately for this one I didn't manage to show up. Manze wali block mabarabara, so I couldn't make it, and I just had like a feeling. I had like a bad feeling. It's always good to follow your heart. This time around I didn't manage to go. Yeah, last year nilienda. I went for 2 of them, but siku manage kwenda kukumbuka the fallen comrades from the last year finance bill protests. Now the president came out to speak against those protests, terming them as tribal, I think, politically funded. He basically just said a bunch of bullshit that most of us don't agree with. But the elephant in the room are the remarks made by CS for Interior. Is it Kipchumba Murkomen? Let me confirm this shit, but with the professional journalists like myself, you just can't be going out here throwing information, unverified information. So the CS for Interior is Kipchumba Murkomen. So Kipchumba Murkomen made some very, very stupid remarks when visiting was it the Githurai police station that was torched. Bro, you cannot make this stuff up. This guy was telling police officers, bunduki si mandazi. Okay, I'm paraphrasing, but whatever I'm paraphrasing was in his actual statement. All right, bunduki si mandazi. Ukiona uko na risasi na unaweza ondoa watu kama 20, maliza, unaona. But ukipima uone haiwezi manage, hata ukiachilia 5 ndio unaweza retreat. Those were his words. I need to remind Kipchumba Murkomen that your boss, President William Samoei Ruto, was once an ICC suspect. And I see ni kama pia unataka kumrudisha huko. And also this is a message to the president. Mr. President, don't forget, you were once an ICC suspect. So if I were you, Mr. President, I'd be treading carefully, and I'd be telling the ministers under me to tread carefully even with their utterances. Because Kipchumba Murkomen wants to return President William Samoei Ruto to the ICC. And while he's at it, he's going to join him there because of the stupid remark that he's saying. And this SOB has the audacity to come out again and defend his words and say, Mr. President, I did not incite for illegal prosecutions from the police officers. All I did was state the law. Motherfucker, where did you state the fucking law? Bro, tell me. Kuambia police officer kama kona risasi za kutosha apite na watu 20, that's stating the law? How is that stating the law? Tell me, unless I'm stupid, of which I'm not. Anonymous team is a genius with a very high IQ, compared to the normal human being. And you can also not lie to the millions and billions of anonymous team, to the thousands and currently thousands, to the thousands and millions of anonymous teams fans all over the world who also have a very, very high IQ compared to the average human being. You cannot lie. We saw what we saw, we heard what we heard. And you said what you said, and we know what you said. And you're not fooling us, brother. I don't know who you think you're fooling, but you're not fooling us, brother. So Mr. Kipchumba Murkomen, where is the law in kama uko na risasi 20 pita na demonstrators? Where's the law in that? Peaceful demonstrators, for that matter. The people are only violent towards the police because the police were violent towards them. Huwezi tu simama hapo uchapwe for no. Utasimama hapo upigwe risasi kama Albert Ojwang. Utasimama hapo upigwe risasi kama Kariuki the mask vendor. Who the fuck does this government think they are? Manze, I've never seen a government that is so detached from the people. You know, and the funny thing is, these people think that by making these utterances, they are going to scare the people. People, watu wamechoka mse. Have you ever heard of that adage that goes like, punda amechoka? Well, that is us right now. Na wase wako ready kukufa. People are willing to die because, bro, people are depressed out here. People are depressed out here and people are willing to die. So I think someone said that if yesterday people were willing to march all the way to the State House, do you know, like, State House itself was cordoned off with barbed wire? If yesterday people were willing to go to State House, you can imagine, God forbid, if this government decides to rig the elections in 2027. You can imagine what people are going to do in 2027 if it goes that route. Okay, do I think that to some extent the movement has been hijacked? Kidogo too, yes. And I think Cyprian Nyakundi posted this yesterday and he said he's realized that Dr. Rigathi Gachagua, every time the youth, the Gen Z come together and they hold these huge demonstrations, Rigathi Gachagua is trying to fix himself up. Like he goes to national media stations, you know, to speak about it. As if he was part of, bro. Like, and I think I've seen it too. Rigathi Gachagua inadvertently is taking, ni kama he's taking responsibility, ama ni kama he wants to take not blame, praise for the Gen Z movement. And people need to see through this bullshit. So for me, I'm just disappointed by the fact that the president and his stupid CSs, it's either they are blind or they are acting blind. This is what, unajua, the thing is, these people just want things to be business as usual. The thing is, some things have to end at some point, and it's unfortunate for them that it has to end with President William Ruto. And what am I talking about ending? Corruption. Corruption is the main problem here. Corruption. Nothing else, it's corruption. It was business as normal for the other presidents before William Ruto. But unfortunately for William Ruto, yeah, people are tired of that shit. People are tired of that shit. And it's the blatant lying and the blatant association with criminals like Didmas Barasa and Aisha Jumwa, people who have killed. Whatever it takes, Bana, Didmas Barasa has to go to jail. And that's why I pray to God that people vote for Maraga. But my advice to the Gen Z out there, Bana, you have to speak to your old folks. Because these people are gullible as fuck, I'm saying. I was speaking with an old person, Jana, and he actually believes what these politicians are saying. He actually believes that it's Rigathi funding this. I had to tell them, no, it's not Rigathi Gachagua. This movement is not tribal at all. Yes, it might have been hijacked kidogo, but it's not tribal at all. So my disappointment is just how detached from the people, or how detached from the people's emotions this government is. And the sad thing is that the people are tired as well, and the government doesn't want to bow down. Things like this are what lead to civil unrest. And I pray to God, to the Almighty God in heaven above, but we don't go that route. But what I do know for sure, for 100% sure, is that come 2027, if this government rigs, they're going to be forcefully evicted from that state house. That's advice I can give these people for free. Now with the Raila situation, that's a whole different story altogether, man. Bro, that's just, I get frustrated even thinking about it. We'll talk about Raila sometime later.